Okay guys, I'm gonna try making a pasta salad to go with my meat, but I don't really see the pasta salads that I like with the ingredients like the dressing I like, so I was gonna make well, they call for Italian dressing and I don't have any. So I was gonna make my own Italian dressing, but I don't have any red wine vinegar, so I'm going to make an Italian dressing recipe, but substitute balsamic and hope that works, as I like balsamic. We'll see. It's gonna be weird, but it might be delicious. I'm going to make a salad dressing. I have this salt container that I just finished. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm also gonna make some tea while I'm waiting. At Ross yesterday, I found this Tea of Life green tea blueberry. I'm gonna try that. And this salad dressing is based off of Italian salad dressing recipe, but it's going to be balsamic. It's gonna be a weird mixture of how you would maybe make an Italian salad dressing, but I'm using balsamic. And I'm hoping it's gonna be very good. I have salt, garlic powder, pepper, Parmesan, balsamic vinaigrette, olive oil, oregano, lemon juice, I don't have fresh lemon, onion, and red bell pepper. And then I'm also going to stick these in the oven that I bought at the Fresh Market. What are they called? They're like chicken wrapped. This one has cheese and mushrooms, and I got for Trevon chicken wrapped in chicken cordon bleu for Trevon and Czar. So I'm gonna put those in there so they can cook, just because they have to be made. And then I'm gonna make the salad dressing, and then I'm gonna make a pasta salad. I'm gonna look at the tea real quick and show you guys. It's nice that it's all sealed up. Tea isn't supposed to be in the light or the air. So there it is. Oh, there's a lot of them. Oh, 50 tea bags. Oh my, I can smell that from here. Smells absolutely amazing, like a very, very light blueberry scent and just delicious. So I'm gonna put that in a Ziploc bag. Take all the air out of it. Then I'll keep it in its container. Get the sunlight off of it. I'm gonna make that. Gotta boil my water first. This was only $3.99 at Ross last night. I had gotten, what did I get at Ross? Oh, the knife set. I don't know if I showed you guys in my video earlier, but I got this knife set. It was 30 bucks. It's by Hampton Forge. And then I got this single knife. It was like $5. It's really nice and sharp. First thing we need is 3/4 cup of olive oil. This is 3/4 cup, so I'm just going to fill it up with this olive oil here. Next, if you're making a regular balsamic, you need 1/4 cup oil of what you're using. I'm using balsamic. Normally you use red wine vinegar, but I'm going to use 1/4 cup of this, and I hope that it's going to still be delicious. There's that. Basically, you just put everything in this boil and just kind of whisk it. But so far, there's the olive oil and balsamic. I'm going to cut the onion and pepper now. So the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of finely chopped pepper. I'm going to wash it because, well, you're going to use the skin on this, so of course you want to wash it. But did you know you should even wash things that you don't use the skin of, that you cut into, like avocados, because when they're dirty and you press the knife through it, you're going to kind of basically just insert whatever was on the surface into your food. So I always wash everything before I cut it. And I don't have any vegetable wash right now. So this is finely chopped, and I'm going to guess this is probably about a tablespoon. Now we need 2 teaspoons of minced onion. Use that much. Look at this, it's so fine. That's what I'm doing now. So I'm just gonna use this. That 1 little clove. There's my garlic. 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice. Well, it's not fresh, but this is 100% real, so hopefully that'll work. I'm telling you, I have a feeling this is going to be delicious, and it is like a kind of a made-up recipe for me based on other recipes, you know, of Italian dressing. So hopefully it'll be yummy. 1 teaspoon of dried basil, which I don't have, but I do have oregano. So I'm going to use a teaspoon of oregano. I'm supposed to put like a teaspoon of garlic salt, but I don't have garlic, salt, and I put garlic in here, so I'm just going to put salt. But since garlic salt would be part garlic powder or whatever and part salt, I'm not going to put the whole teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to do half a teaspoon. That way it gives us a little leeway. Let's just do half a teaspoon of salt and hope that's good. You don't have to add any sweetener, but I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of honey. I have honey from here, orange blossom honey, but I'm going to use this Acadia honey that I got in Louisiana. Putting a souvenir in my food. So I'm just going to put 1 teaspoon of that in there. I think it'll be really yummy. And that's it. That is it. Now we're going to whisk it up. You can see my mess. I actually like cleaning up my mess. So I'm going to just whisk all this stuff together. You can just do this, or you can put it in the jar and just shake it and let it sit, a few minutes or whatever. I'm going to let it sit while I make noodles because I'm going to make a cold pasta salad. I don't know how it's going to taste, but that's the plan. It looks delicious, doesn't it? It smells amazing. If it's too, I guess I could taste it. If it's too balsamic-y, then I can add more olive oil. I'm going to taste a drop. It needs something. It's kind of bitter. And I don't know why. Maybe it's balsamic? No, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, it's bitter. A little. I know that with the, I know what I'll do. I know with the red wine vinegar, it has this acidity that you need. So I'm going to put, I know this is totally made up here, I'm going to put some apple cider vinegar in there. Because it's sweet too. And it's not sweet, it doesn't taste sweet at all. So I'm going to put this in there maybe for some acidity and some sweetness. Maybe I'll just add a little to taste. You know what that taste is? The olive oil. I know you can use a really high quality olive oil, and this is just like $10 extra virgin olive oil. So it would taste a little better if I had different olive oil. Oh my God, look. This is my junk shirt, so that's so good. Let's say that I already put a tablespoon in, so I'm going to do another, this is half tablespoon, so 2 tablespoons of the red wine and apple cider vinegar. And of course, when you let it sit, it's going to get more flavorful because of all of the, it steeps in there. Ooh, I don't want that piece of garlic. No. So much better. I could even do a little more actually. So here's what we're going to do. This is probably like 1/4 of a cup of apple cider vinegar that I'm putting in here. I didn't measure it, but, well, it was 3 tablespoons. And that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I'm going to pour it in my jar now. Where'd my jar go? Here's my jar. I'm not a professional by any means. There it is. It smells amazing. This really tastes good after I let it sit. Steep. So you're supposed to shake it really good too. You're supposed to shake it really well. Once it's in the jar for 30 seconds. I bet this is going to be so good after it sits. And there you go. There's the dressing. Now I'm going to make some noodles. Okay, you guys. I tasted it again. I think next time I would leave out the oregano because it doesn't maybe go all the way. But it doesn't taste bad, but still, personal preference. Because it's a balsamic thing, I would leave out the oregano. Secondly, I added another half teaspoon of salt. It needed that. So it was a teaspoon of salt. And then I added another teaspoon of lemon juice, which it needed. And I forgot to put the Parmesan in there. See, it's sitting right in front of me. So it calls for 2 tablespoons of Parmesan. I'll shake it up and see. Now let's try it, shall we? It looks good. Oh my God, yes, it's perfect. Oh my God. At first I was like, You might not have the recipe, but now I'm like, you want the recipe. This is absolutely amazing. That other little bit of salt and lemon and that Parmesan completely tied it together, and it's the most savory, delicious. Now I'm excited. Wonderful thing. I'm happy. This is delicious, and the kids are gonna love it. If I get the lid on, I need to go get some ball jars, but I wanted to reuse this one because it was cute with the little handle on it. There we go. Now back to cleaning up. Now it's time to, I wrapped the chicken in foil and baked for 25 minutes. Oh wow, it just all got juicy. Now you unwrap it and let it keep baking for like another 15 to 20 minutes. I'm just gonna keep the foil here so the juice doesn't run all over the pan and then burn and go away. So it'll still be juicy. Looking good. That's mine with the mushrooms in it. Smells good too. Okay. Here is my, I'm gonna call stew, beef brisket stew. Look at it. I just shredded up the beef brisket, put it in there. Sorry I said I should have put potatoes last night. I should have. I will next time. Just a few even. I'm going to transfer it to these bowls so they can go in the fridge for dinner. What I do like this when I have soupy stuff, I just take a measuring cup and scoop it like that. It's easier, less messy. Wow, there's not that much plain soupy stuff. It's all full of yummy goodness. Look at that. Oh, that made a lot of food. The brisket was just like $13. There we go. We got all that. 2 bowls full of soup. And put that in the fridge. Oh, look at that. Yum. Noodles are done. And the key when you make the noodles is to, when you put the water in the pan to boil with a lot of salt, and it kind of soaks into the noodles and it makes it taste really good. So the noodles don't have that bland taste on their own. They're a little al dente. I use bow tie. I have my dressing, some Parmesan, some peas. I'm just gonna make my own thing here, but I think it's going to be good. Another good thing would be in here is tuna, but we already have meat to go with this, so we don't need tuna. I'm gonna pour some frozen peas in here. Yes, they're still frozen. I'm not gonna put too many peas in there, I just want a little. So like half of this bag, which is 15 ounces. And then I'm going to put Parmesan. A good amount of Parmesan. I'm gonna put it on there before the dressing because I think it might stick to the noodles better. Like that, you know, instead of sticking to the sauce as much. Stir that up. Sweetie, will you hand me the salt? I might need it, or I'll get it. See, so they're stuck to the noodles, the Parmesan. Now I'm gonna take my delicious dressing, but I don't really want chunks of garlic in my stuff, so I don't have a strainer. I'll drizzle some of that on there. Stir it a little. I don't want too much because it's very flavorful. And someone might get a surprise with just a piece of garlic. Oh, I see a piece of garlic. Let me grab a spoon. I want to keep the garlic in the dressing so it'll season it. But like I said, I don't want to eat the raw garlic. We could actually even take the garlic out after it steeps. If we wanted. I'm going to taste this. It might need salt. It might not. Like I said, the noodles were flavorful because I used salt in the water. You know, and the dressing might be flavorful enough on its own. Let's just taste a bite, shall we? A little more dressing. It does not need salt added. I think it's very important to put the salt in the noodle water. And then you won't need the salt, any more salt. And you're not using all that salt because a lot of it stays in the water. But I'm telling you, it just like infuses your noodles with a good flavor. And there you go. There it is, pasta salad, and it's absolutely delicious. My plan worked, and it's amazing. It truly is. It'll be super cold. It'll be super with tuna in it too, and you can put whatever else you want in there too. Lunch is ready, you guys. Lunch time. I'll show you guys the chicken here. I just wanted to put this in the container and put it in the fridge. I cooked it very well. I suppose I overcooked it a bit, but I didn't have a thermometer to see if the chicken was done, and kind of just like got cooked, but I'm sure it's still good. Let's cut this piece and see what it looks like. Here we go. Just gonna slice it. Look inside, look at that. I mean, all of the cheese is gone, I suppose. Yeah, it's still good. It's really cooked.